Hi, this video shows a little bit about what you're expected to know in terms of single digit multiplication. Now, of course, a digit is a number, but you can have a number that contains multiple digits. So, for example, 231 contains 3 digits, whereas these numbers over here just contain the 1 digit. So that's what we mean when we say 1-digit numbers. So you're expected to know at the grade 4 level how to do a backtrack for division and multiplication. Basically that means that multiplication has a inverse or reverse division sum, and a division sum has a inverse or reverse multiplication sum. And so on your tests or in your books you should be able to figure out what the inverse is. So take this example, 3 times 7. Well, that's why it's important to know your times tables, and you should know that 3 times 7 is 21. And then that means that you should also know that 7 groups of 3 is also 21. And you should then also know, or be able to show that you know, that the division fact, the opposite fact, is where you start with the total number of objects, whether it's lollies or frogs or people or whatever you've got groups of. So you start with that total, and then you can use the divide symbol, and now you can choose whichever one you like to start with. So you can say 21 divided by 7 is 3, and the backtrack for that is 3 times 7 is 21. And then you can also know that 21 divided by 3 is then 7. So that can say 21 lollies divided into, say, 3 people having 21 lollies equally, that each gets 7. And so you should be able to do that for any given multiplication. So for 6 times 4, which is 24, you should be able to do all 4 of them. So 4 times 6 is also 24, and 24 divided by 6 equals 4. 24 divided by 4 must be 6. So that's the kind of quartet, if you like, of all the different answers. Same for when you get a division problem. So this time, instead of starting with the times table or the multiplication problem, we're starting with the division. So 20 frogs onto 5 lily pads equally would be 4 frogs on each lily pad. You can also say 20 frogs onto 4 lily pads would be 5 frogs on each lily pad. And now the inverse or the reverse of these division problems is to take the original answer and times that by the number of groups to get the reverse. So 4 times 5 is 20, and 5 times 4 is also 20. So that's what you're expected to know for this particular task.